At 70, you've earned a PhD in life. You've navigated careers, some soul-crushing, some exhilarating, raised families through sleepless nights and triumphant graduations, and survived decades of societal shoulds whispering in your ear, "Be quieter, smaller, less." But here's the truth they don't tell you. Your 70s are not a winding down. They're a reclaiming. This isn't the epilogue, it's the chapter where you finally get to write the rules. Yet to step into this wild, uncharted freedom, there are 10 heavy burdens you've been carrying, lies disguised as wisdom that you must drop. Today, we're handing you the scissors to cut these weights loose so you can live lighter, louder, and truer to yourself than ever before. Buckle up because we're about to unravel the myths, torch the rulebook, and set your spirit free. Let's begin. For years you've shrunk yourself. Maybe it started subtly, lowering your voice in meetings so you wouldn't seem bossy, skipping dessert at the restaurant to dodge judgmental glances, or hesitating to ask for help because you didn't want to burden anyone. You've spent decades perfecting the art of being invisible, a ghost in your own story. Society trained you to believe your role was to serve, to yield, to fade. But after 70, that script is done. Your existence is not an apology, it's a declaration. Picture this. You're on a crowded bus and a seat opens up. Your knees ache from standing, but that old voice whispers, "Someone younger needs it more. Stop. Take the seat. You've earned it, not just with your years, but with the sheer resilience it took to get here." Or imagine family dinner. Everyone's debating politics or the best way to grill salmon, and you've got an opinion that's been simmering for years. Don't swallow it. Share it, loud and clear. That hobby you've delayed for someday, painting watercolors, rebuilding a vintage radio, knitting scarves for every grandkid? Start today, mess and all. Society spent decades teaching you to be small, to tiptoe around the edges of your own life. Now it's your turn to stretch out, unapologetically. Reclaim your space, every inch of it. You're not just here, you're here. Let the world adjust. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but you're not a dog, and this isn't a trick, it's a spark. Your curiosity didn't punch a time card and retire at 65. It's still flickering, daring you to fan it into a flame. So what if your first pottery mug looks like it was made by a toddler on a sugar high? Who cares if your salsa dancing resembles a startled flamingo flapping through the room? The joy isn't in nailing it. It's in the messy, glorious act of trying. Think about Clara, a 72-year-old who decided last year to take up rollerblading. She wobbled, she fell, she laughed until tears streamed down her face. And now she's the neighborhood legend, gliding past with a grin that says, "I dare you to join me." Or Jim, 75, who picked up a ukulele after decades of telling himself he wasn't musical. His chords are shaky, but his living room concerts for his grandkids are pure magic. Let go of too old and grab that guitar, that gardening shovel, that yoga mat. Sign up for the watercolor class at the community center. Download that language app and stumble through French greetings. The only failure is letting fear win, because every lopsided pot or off-key note is proof you're still alive, still growing. Curiosity doesn't have an expiration date, neither do you. You've spent years as the family's Swiss Army knife, fixing Thanksgiving dinners for 20, babysitting grandkids through tantrums and diaper blowouts, mediating disputes between siblings who can't agree on the color of the sky. You've been the glue, the rock, the 24/7 helpline with a smile plastered on through exhaustion. But after 70, you're not on call anymore. Your love doesn't come with a contract that says unlimited availability. Here's the liberation. No is a complete sentence. That graduation party 3 states away, requiring a 6-hour drive and a stiff motel bed? Send a heartfelt card and a crisp $20 bill. Your presence isn't measured in mileage. The weekly Sunday dinner that leaves you scrubbing pans while everyone else naps? Tell the kids it's their turn to host. You'll bring the pie and a playlist, but the cleanup's on them. This isn't about loving less. It's about loving yourself too. Your time is finite, a precious currency. Spend it on moments that fill your cup, not drain it dry. Say yes to a quiet morning with a book and coffee. Say yes to a spontaneous lunch with a friend. Say no to the guilt that tries to creep in after. You've given enough. Now it's your turn to receive. Legacy. The word conjures images of marble statues, endowments, or a fat bank account with your name on it. You've spent sleepless nights wondering if you've done enough, built enough, left enough behind to matter. But here's the secret they don't tell you. Your legacy isn't a monument. It's a melody. It's the way your granddaughter giggles when you recount the time you accidentally dyed your hair green in the 80s. It's the neighbor you drove to chemo appointments, chatting about nothing to keep their mind off the IV drip. It's the recipes your son still cooks, your lasagna, your secret spice blend, every bite a whisper of you. Your legacy isn't something you'll carve out tomorrow. It's already alive in the love you've sown today. Stop agonizing over what history will say. You're not a footnote, you're a heartbeat. Take Ellen, 78, who thought she'd be forgotten until her great-nephew told her his favorite memory, her teaching him to whistle on the porch swing. That's legacy, quiet, human, real. So let go of the pressure, tell your stories, share your warmth, plant kindness like wildflowers. Your greatest legacy isn't what you leave, it's what you live right now. That cousin who borrowed $500 in 1992 and never repaid it? The friend who ghosted you after a petty argument over a book club pick? The coworker who took credit for your idea and got the promotion? You've been hauling those grudges like overstuffed suitcases, replaying the betrayal in Technicolor. But holding on to resentment is like swallowing poison and waiting for them to keel over. It's not hurting them. It's corroding you. Forgiveness isn't about excusing what they did. It's about unshackling yourself. You don't need their apology to set yourself free. Picture this. You're 73, sitting on your porch with a lemonade, and you decide, right then, to let it go. You don't call them. You don't confront them. You just release it, like cutting a balloon string and watching it float away. Suddenly, your shoulders feel lighter. Your peace is worth more than their reckoning. Try this. Write the grudge on a piece of paper, every bitter detail, then burn it, bury it, or tear it into confetti. Let the past stay where it belongs, behind you. You've got too much living ahead to waste on ghosts. Screens aren't just for teens with TikTok dances. Technology isn't a monster. It's a magic wand, and you're not too old to wave it. Imagine video calling your grandkids in Tokyo, their sleepy faces lighting up when you say, "Good morning," across oceans. Picture streaming Casablanca at 2 a.m. because you couldn't sleep, or ordering groceries with a click instead of wrestling a cart through aisles. Tech isn't your enemy. It's your bridge to connection, convenience, and possibility. Start small. Ask your niece to show you how to text emojis. Send her a winking face and watch her laugh. Or fumble through a Zoom call with your book club. Mute yourself accidentally, unmute, laugh about it. Your grandkids don't care if you mess up. They care that you tried. Press buttons boldly. Google your questions. When it glitches, shrug and say, "Well, that's a story for later." You've mastered rotary phones and typewriters. Tablets don't stand a chance. That snort laugh you've stifled since your teens, turning it into a polite chuckle. Your obsession with polka dots or puns so bad they're borderline criminal. You've spent years sanding down your edges to fit in, to be normal. But after 70, fitting in is a yawn. Your quirks are your superpowers. Unleash them. Dance in the produce aisle when your song comes on the store speakers. Wear the floppy hat with the peacock feather. Snort laugh until your sides ache and the waiter asks if you're okay. Authenticity is contagious. Watch how your grandkids start snorting too. how your friends loosen up when you lead the way. Take inspiration from Marge, 71, who started wearing mismatched socks because life's too short for pairs. Now her whole retirement home is doing it, a riot of color and rebellion. Your quirks aren't flaws, they're your signature. Sign your name in bold. Someday is code for never. That cross-country road trip you've mapped in your head, plotting diners and quirky roadside stops? Plan it tomorrow. The memoir you've scribbled notes for in a dozen notebooks, stuffed in a drawer? Write it. Start with one messy page. The apology you've rehearsed to your estranged sister, the one you've put off for a decade? Pick up the phone. Time doesn't pause for perfect conditions. It ticks on, relentless. Regret doesn't come from failing. It comes from not starting. Look at Sam, 74, who finally booked that Alaskan cruise he'd delayed for 20 years. He saw glaciers, ate crab legs, and said, "Why didn't I do this sooner?" Don't wait for the stars to align. Grab a calendar, a pen, and make someday today. The only thing you'll wish you'd done differently is waiting so long. You've survived recessions that turned savings to dust, heartbreaks that felt like the end, and fashion trends like shoulder pads that should have stayed buried. Your stories aren't old news. They're a masterclass in grit, resilience, and the art of getting back up. Yet you hesitate, thinking your voice is outdated, your lessons obsolete. Stop that. When your grandson groans about his dead-end job, tell him how you navigated the 2008 crash, how you stretched a budget, found a side hustle, kept going. When your niece frets over a breakup, share how you pieced yourself back together after loss. Your wisdom isn't a relic. It's a lifeline, raw and relevant. Speak it, write it, shout it. The world needs your voice more than ever. 70 isn't a cage. It's a badge of honor, a medal for battles won and lessons learned. Run that 5K, even if you walk half of it. Write that novel, even if it's 50 pages of chaos. Learn to tango, creaky knees and all. Your body might protest, but your spirit? It's still wildfire, untamed and roaring. Age is just a number. Limitation is a mindset. Look at Ruth, 76, who started swimming laps after a lifetime of avoiding pools. She's slow, but she's there, cutting through water like a quiet rebel. Or Tom, 73, who took up woodworking and built a lopsided bench he's prouder of than anything perfect. Let go of too old and grab life like it's the last cookie in the jar. Because it just might be, and you deserve the whole damn thing. After 70, every sunrise is a standing ovation for the life you've built. Through storms, through laughter, through the mundane and the miraculous. But the encore, that's yours to design. Let go of these 10 burdens. The lies that told you to shrink, to wait, to fade. And watch how much lighter your step becomes, how much brighter your laugh rings, how much richer your days feel. You're not winding down, you're winding up, a force of nature ready to rewrite what aging means. If this sparked a fire in you, type freedom below. Now go out there and make your next chapter so bold, so unapologetically you, that the world can't look away. The curtain's up, your stage is waiting. Take it.